Okay, we're back again for the final game of the day for me. This is Brawl Brothers, aka Russian Beat Ron. We're going to be setting up our lives and difficulty to easy. And that's because easy removes certain enemies as well as makes it a little bit more easier to deal with the enemies. We're also going to take full advantage of angry mode while we're at it too. Alright, so we got everything set up, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So the timing is going to be RTA timing rules, so the moment I select my two characters, we're going to be hitting the timer as well. So for anyone who's seen me do speedruns of this game, we always pick Slash as our main character. Slash is one of the only two characters, aside from Lord J, that has a dash attack that hits enemies on ground. Well, technically every party member does have, every character does have a dash attack that hits enemies on ground, but those two have probably the more consistent dash attacks that hit enemies on the ground. We're also going to pick Wendy as our second character. One of the things I do want to go over before we do start is that your selection of characters also determines boss order, as well as which character gets removed from that set boss order. So by picking Slash, we would have Kazan, Hack, and Lord J as our bosses for the clone fights. We pick Wendy as a means to remove her from the potential roster because her boss fight is pretty difficult to do. So anyway, we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, and go. Another reason we pick Slash is because he has Flame Breath. That's actually going to be used quite a lot, in addition to dash attacks. So anyway, we're just going to run through these first enemies, get to our first start point. Now, unfortunately, Flame Breath attacks don't always go the way you want them to be. So you have to be very careful as hitting your button presses have to be very precise. Yeah, the enemies in most of the Russian Beat games are pretty cheap in general, whether it be normal enemies or bosses. Needless to say, this series does have a pretty checkered history when it comes to localization releases, because they did a lot of changes to the characters. I'm not going to go into full detail, but you can probably see why if you played the Japanese version, at least. Okay, that's enough of you. Alright, so we're moving forward. Make sure I get enough room for the dash attack. If I do it too close, I will miss it. So that's very important that we get that in. So the helicopter guy is going to be causing a whole lot of problems. Surprisingly, he's already over here. There's also other attacks you can use aside from Flame Breath and dash attacks. Also, all characters have OTG ground attacks of their own. But you do have to be not moving for a brief second and be right over the opponent's feet or below it. As fast as I wanted it to be. Now we have to jump right there so we don't get hit by the gunfire there. Alright. Let these guys come to me. And we perfectly set them up after that flame breath. So that was good. So we made it through the bridge area. We're going into the sewers. The sewers in the localized versions are pretty notorious for being a nasty maze of sorts. Alright, there we go. So the solution to getting out of the sewers is to go this way. Yeah, this is what I was talking about when I said getting flame breath has to be very precise. So we ignore that passage right there and we go right up here. So this will take us to the end now. Alright, so here we go. Target. We also have a special. If we don't take damage after initial use, we do recover that health that we do lose. But I try not to use it all the time because there's some pretty weird things about that as well. I do need to pick up that health item because we are coming up to a boss fight after this one. And we need to be standing right here because that's, our characters will go right there and start moving to that direction. Alright, so we get to fight Clone Kazan. We are going to do one jump attack, one back throw, and then do a flame breath. That failed pretty badly. I meant to do flame breath, but I didn't get the flame breath in time. Technically, it's going to be a 4 cycle now because of that. So as you can definitely tell, this is basically a ninja trap room, pretty much. Well, it didn't go the way I wanted it to, but I think we got it at 4 or 3 cycles. I kind of forgot. But technically, if it had been done right, this would have been 3 cycles. Anyway, we got through stage 1 and rescued Kazan. Now we go to stage 2. So we'll still be playing as Slash. Now that we rescued Kazan, we can start utilizing him for quick boss kills. We'll be saving that for later. One benefit about the back throw for Slash is that it gives you like extra protection, so if things don't go the way you want them to, you can always use that to protect your back. Man, that Zero is not very cooperative today. Now, it is possible to break out of grabs when they grab you from behind, but it's very difficult to do. Apparently, you have to hit one of the jump button or attack button like multiple times. Fortunately, we're going to be coming up to our death. I mean, lose a life, I mean, sorry. Okay, that's fine. We do need to start losing lives when we get to stage 3. It's very weird how hit confirms are in this game sometimes. Alright, we're moving on to the left. So I did see a normal playthrough of this game where some of the enemies will jump off if you position your character right here. Don't know if that's consistent though, but we will position our character right here. It does influence some of the enemies to jump off the lift instead. That's another way you can get rid of them, but luckily all the enemies in easy mode, or at least for this lift, are pretty easy to deal with, so we're not going to be relying on that strat. But you can see one of them just jumped off. But not all of them are going to fall for it. We do need health coming up, so we might as well take it. Alright, we're moving on to this next part here. And that's some weird stuff happening here. Ah, that almost took out that Flynn. Yeah, I hate when that happens. I have to be very careful not to put all the enemies out off screen, though. Alright, we got through the helicopter. We also got some health coming up, but I don't think we're going to be getting through this without taking a death here. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I'm still hoping to one day find a more faster strat than what we have for the world record run. But for right now, that's probably the better one to do. But anyway, we finally defeated Haxclone, so we get him back. We will be switching on over to him, and hopefully he'll carry for the first part of Stage 3. Because we're going to need his throws to defeat the vast majority of the enemies coming up. Alright, not bad first part. Let's try to get those enemies to jump to their... There we go. Not bad, not bad. Okay, this is not good though. As we're on our last life and we don't want to be continuing just yet. Okay, how did he grab me? Right, good. Throw them out of here. Alright, we're gonna throw all these enemies in there. We do need to pick up health items because we're gonna be taking a lot of damage right here. Dang, he grabbed me before I did? Alright, that gets rid of them. That's fine. This actually works perfectly. Well, not nearly as fast as I wanted it to be, but hey, it works. Alright, so now coming up, we're coming to this final part of this area, and then we're going straight into this maze coming up. Luckily, Barry K49 found a more easier route than I would have normally used, and thanks to that, that actually lowered the amount of time for this area here. Normally it would take way longer, not to mention multiple floors. Whoa, how did he do that? Yeah, we need to keep Slash's health at full coming up. It's gonna be a while before we can get to the boss. Alright, we got through that part. Alright, not bad, not bad. Alright, down you go, pal. Alright, we're going to the elevator. Sometimes when I'm holding down the buttons to move and activate the elevator, it will cause my character to lose some health. Don't know what causes it, but anyway, these parts are not hard to deal with. So basically I just do a power bomb plus flame breath and that gets me through. Alright, so basically by going one floor down, then two up, and then two down gets us out of the maze. Normally this would have taken us way longer than normal. Darn. Now, it is possible to do the hyper throws outside of angry mode, but it's more easier just to do that because it's very hard to get the inputs put in for that as well. Come on. There we go. Yeah, some of the enemies do get high priority in regards to landing hits on you, which is very unfortunate, though. Alright, so we'll be going 2 floors down after this. You can also break out of your own grabs by hitting the jump button. That's pretty good if you don't want to set up back throws or stuff you don't want to be doing. Alright, so we're going to have to burn a large amount of our health coming up, so we're not going to be refilling it because we're going to be taking an intentional game over and then switching to Kazan for what's coming up next. Wow, that didn't finish him? What the heck? Okay, there we go. I'm trying to get my character taken out, and yet the enemies are just not cooperative. Okay, that works perfectly too. I want these guys gone before I take the game over, though. Alright, there we go. Now all we have to do is switch to Kazan. Alright, we should have enough health to get the finish here. Alright, we're gonna lower Lord J's clone over here. Then just spam the special. We should have enough health to pull that off. Alright, that's good. That takes care of Lord J's clone. Alright, so we rescued all 3 of our allies. Now we have to hunt down Diner and put it into his schemes. So we're going to go back to Slash. He's going to carry us through for the rest of the game up until we get to Diner. Darn it, that fan broke out. Alright, the hecklers weren't that difficult, but it's going to pick up more difficulty as we about the game. Now, please do not try to walk on a fast-moving plane in real life, by the way. Alright, this next one's going to probably be very difficult. Alright, he grabbed me. Alright, we got Phantoms coming up. That away. We'll get rid of that Phantom. We want to be standing right here, so that way when we start moving forward to that hatch, we can get straight in there. Alright, now we're going into the fortress itself, and this is when things get pretty bad here. Yeah, like I said before, you have to be perfectly neutral, and you have to be right over the opponent's feet to do a OTG. Let's get rid of those guys. Yeah, luckily all the enemies that come dropping down are pretty weak to defeat. Alright, down that guy goes. Alright, let's keep going. Gets rid of all three of them. Wow, he grabbed me. I don't believe it. Alright, I'm gonna take an intentional hit here. Because we do need to start losing our lives coming up. Gotcha. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we're not picking up health items because we are going to be lowering down the amount of lives to get ready for the continue setup. Come on. Yeah, you can definitely tell we're using a lot of dash attacks here. That's fine. Alright, here we go. Fine. All according to plan. Alright, I don't want to be hitting start too fast because unfortunately it'll cause a glitch up if I do that. Alright, so now we gotta take on Diner now. Alright, that gets through the first, whoo! Didn't even need a ticket of death to refill. Alright, time's gonna stop when my character does his victory pose. And that's it, 3708. Whew! That was crazy! Ugh. Oh well, might as well show the ending while we're at it. Anyway, we're not going to listen to Diner's boring speech because it takes forever. This is a speed run. But anyway, that was a pretty good run. Not bad under RTA rules. So anyway, that's the end of Diner and his plans to create a clone army. And our heroes somehow managed to get the heck out of there just in time, as we'll see in a bit. But anyway, that's going to wrap up for me for today. Pretty glad I did pretty darn well in those runs, I think. Anyway, I'll be back on Sunday for POW Prisoners of War, which is going to be my final run for the event for Feed the Kids Marathon. Be sure to stick around for Final Fantasy Mystic Quest Randomizer. That's going to be coming up right after I get done here. And I want to give a quick shout out again to RGLtv for the event, as well as letting me to stream today due to circumstances with work. Much appreciated. Wasn't expecting Marks or Brawl Brothers to be at the event, but I'm glad I got to run those as well. So thank you again, RGLtv, and I'm going to hand it over to them. And I will see you all on Sunday. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of the marathon.